Hi there, students. How many ways can you think of saying fat? Rotund, Pudgy, Plump, Chubby, Tubby and Stubby. Okay, these are all, I think, euphemisms for the word fat. Nowadays, if you call somebody fat, this is being nasty. This is being rude. Let's see. I think if you call somebody rotund, rotund is talking about round. I think if you use the phrase rotund to describe someone, you're saying that they've got a large cross section around the belly, but it's certainly not. Rotund is not a compliment. Pudgy. Okay, pudgy, to me, the first thing I think of are the pudgy little hands of a baby. Fat, but fat and soft. Something that's pudgy you could poke and it squishes a little bit. I think also if you have a cut and it becomes pudgy, it becomes inflamed and probably there is pus inside it. I think if you called a baby or a toddler pudgy, that would be fine. If you called an adult pudgy, to me this gives an idea of bloated, and certainly it's fairly derogatory. Plump. Plump is probably one of the softer adjectives to describe somebody. Slightly fat, fullness of figure. I'm quite fond of plump women. I'm thinking a plump chicken to roast. I think a farmer wants to produce plump chickens. Chubby. Chubby is a cute word. It's a childlike word. So a chubby little toddler. Chubby is maybe neutral, maybe even a little bit positive. Oh, look at those chubby cheeks. And I think probably it's one of the least rude. I think plump and chubby are the least offensive. Tubby. Okay, tubby is like a tub, a barrel, round. And I think this is a little bit ruder. He was a tubby man who clearly drank vast amounts of beer. And then stubby. Stubby implies short. The stub of a pencil. It's there's a little bit left. I think it's short and thick. So if somebody's stubby, they're maybe they're short and overweight. I think stubby is it's less of a word that describes a fat person. I think stubby is short and overweight. But stubby is not a direct synonym of fat. Short and rather rotund would be stubby. So stubby, short and thick. Okay, so rotund, round in shape, somebody who's full-bodied. Pudgy, softness, soft, maybe bloated, slightly overweight. Plump, full and rounded, probably one of the most positive. Plump has an idea of healthiness as well. Chubby, slightly overweight. Chubby is affectionate and particularly for children. Tubby, short, fat like a barrel, a round barrel. And then stubby, short and thick, maybe stubby limbs, stubby arms, stubby legs. Rotund describes a person or an object, a rotund room, a round room. King Arthur and the Knights of the Rotund Table. Pudgy, swollen, inflated, inflamed. Often used for the hands of a children, or maybe a pudgy little dog. Pudgy, you want to poke it. Plump. So yes, a plump apple, a plump cucumber. Okay, plump is probably the politest. Chubby is very affectionate. Tubby, somebody like a barrel, short and stubby and round. And then stubby, short, thick, particularly the parts of the body. Stubby fingers as well, short, fat fingers. So let's see, formality. Rotund is probably the most formal. 6.5, maybe even 7 in formality. Chubby, Pudgy, 4 in formality. Plump, I think we're going to give Plump a 5 in formality. Chubby, 3.5 in formality. Tubby, 3.5 in formality. Stubby, a 5 in formality. So let's see. Rotund comes from Latin rotundus, round. Chubby comes from a fish, and a type of fish called a chub, which is supposed to be used to be a lazy person. Tubby, related to a tub. Tuba, Low German, rather like a tube. Pudgy, from pudge, is perhaps an alliteration of Pudgy, Podgy. It's maybe an onomatopoeic. Plump, from Middle Dutch, plomp, or Middle Low German, plump, meaning plump again. Stubby, from a stub, stuba, from Proto-Germanic stubas, something short, a stump, for example. So, rotund, chubby, tubby, pudgy, plump and stubby. Bye for now.